Welcome back. Now, in this lesson, we are going to be looking at 15 common mistakes that are made by designers, especially newbies. Okay, so we are going to be looking at them. The aim is such that in our own design composition, we'll be able to avoid these mistakes. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing is using too many fonts. Using too many fonts. In a design, you could see people use different types of font all through their design. You could see 4 or 5 fonts being used in just one design. Now that is not too professional, so you need to limit the number of fonts that you use. So always use 1 or 2 fonts in your design composition. As you grow, you might graduate into 3, which should be the maximum in any case. Okay, so when you are using one font, you can actually use a family font like your Metzerat, your Lato, your Poppins, and your Vertical. These are family fonts. This type, they have varying weights, same font but varying weight. Like you can have a Montserrat, typeface having the regular, the medium, the semi-bold, the italic, the heavy, and all of that. So you can actually just that one Montserrat typeface alone throughout your design. You will just vary the weight, and that is going to be highly professional. In fact, it's going to enhance repetition and also make your design to be very, very professional. Now, the second one is to avoid too many words. Now, a flyer, a banner is supposed to be a visually appealing piece of information conveying a message. So, but when you use too many words, it has a way of defeating the aesthetic and the visual appearance of that particular design. So avoid using too many words in your design composition. Now, it is a visual design, hence must not be too wordy. People hardly read too long text these days. So it's important that you take note of that. People just want to get the information within the snap. So that's why you have to use captivating image, captivating caption, and then you disseminate your information as fast as you can. Then you go to the third one, wrong use of fonts. That's another problem or another mistake you need to avoid. Wrong use of fonts. Now, you need to understand how fonts are used in a design composition. Okay, you must understand how to use fonts. Now, there are fonts that must not be used in large quantity in your design. Take, for example, script fonts are not supposed to be used in large quantity. They are supposed to be used rarely, just to give a small touch to your design. So if you are designing and you are using script font all through your design, then something is wrong with that particular design. So you must learn the importance of those fonts and how to use them in a design composition. So specific fonts are used for communicating a particular message. Okay, so if I want to be traditional, I can actually use the serif font. Okay, if I want something that is legible and neat, I can use the sans serif. Okay, if I want to be playful, okay, that's when I use script font or display font. Okay, so you need to know which font to use depending on what message you want to communicate. So that's very important. Number 4 mistakes you should avoid is too many colors. Avoid using too many colors. So just like font, restrict your color to 1 or 2. Okay, having too many colors makes your design look so unprofessional. You can use one color with different saturation and value. So you just restrict your color to 1 or 2, and that will be fine. Okay, where you need to use the third one, that should just be a touch, like maybe a red for call to action. But where you are making a professional design, limit your color combination to 1 or 2. Okay, so that way you'll be able to create a professional and visually appealing design. Okay, so we have the 5th one is spanning a design. Now, to span a design means that you are putting your element to encroach on the edges of your design composition or canvas. Okay, so keep your design off the edge of your canvas or layout. Avoid the edges, especially when arranging your text. Images may take exemption from the rule in some cases. Okay, so this is particularly for text. Avoid situating your text around the margin or the edges of your Canva. It is highly unprofessional. Avoid it. Another mistake you should avoid: poor contrast. Poor contrast. Avoid colors that vibrate or make text to be illegible. Okay? Now, as a rule, use dark colors with bright colors. Use cool colors with lousy colors. Opposite, they say, attract, and this works with design. Okay, so when you are combining color, make sure your colors contrast very well. Don't use colors that will repel the eyes or vibrate when you look at it, or colors that will make your letters to be illegible. Okay, so always avoid using such kind of combination. Now, another mistakes you need to avoid is poor font pairing. Now, when you are combining fonts, you must also be careful. Okay, you must learn how to combine font. Font pairing is very important. It makes your work neat and highly professional. Learn how to combine your fonts. The principle of hierarchy should come in handy here. Now, use serif with sans serif. That will be fine. Use bold with light fonts. Use regular with italics. Use script font with sans serif or serif. So when you create an hierarchy with your font pairing, it's going to make your design look visually appealing. Another mistake you should avoid is distracting background. Avoid using backgrounds that are too lousy or busy. It doesn't contrast well with other elements and could distract viewers from the real message. Now, you can use blurring techniques or opacity to make it less distractive. So avoid using backgrounds that are very, very distractive. It has a way of making the message to be lost in the process. So if you are going to use that background at all, you can blur the background so that the real message would be the emphasis. Okay, so this is how to do that. Then another mistake is wrong use of colors. Wrong use of colors. So you must master the psychology of colors. Colors on their own have their own meaning, and so the way you use it, it has a way of communicating a particular reaction or emotion to the viewer. So you must understand and master the psychology of color to know the appropriate color to use for different types of designs and audiences. Color by itself can evoke certain kinds of emotion, hence you need to be sure about your choice of color. So color has its own emotion. For example, if you have ever been to Hitri, you are going to see red, yellow, orange, and then when you enter, you feel a sense of appetite. You just suddenly become hungry because those colors have a way of evoking some sort of appetite for food in you as you view them. So that's why they use that. So color has its own meaning, and it has its own emotions that it evokes, and so you must learn how to combine them very well. Now the next one is wrong alignment. Now, wrong alignment leaves your design unkept and disorganized. It speaks volumes of your professionalism. So use the grid to align your text well so as to give it structure and order. In fact, one of the ways of knowing an amateur is by checking the alignment of the elements that designer used. So once there is a problem with alignment, it makes you look so amateur, and then it makes your design look so unkept and disorganized. So you must always check for alignment in your designs. Make sure all your elements are well aligned. Then the next mistake you should avoid is poor quality images. The kind of images you use can make or mar your designs. This is why you must patronize websites where quality images can be downloaded. Now, sites like Pixels, Pixabay, Pinterest, Behance will be of greater help in this regard. So one of the things that often attract people towards your design is the quality of image or photos that you use. So it's important that you take ample amount of time to search for quality images in all these websites that I have mentioned: Pixabay, Pixels, Pinterest, and Behance. And even Instagram, you can get quality images that you can use for your design. Then number 12 mistakes you should avoid: overcrowded concept. Avoid overcrowded concept. Now, in a bid to impress and be creative, don't overload your design with too many concepts. It will wreck that design and make it distracting. The purpose of that design might be lost in the process. So stick with one concept per design. That is very key. So don't just overload just one design with several concepts. The message will be lost in the process, and then you won't be able to get your desired result. Okay, so another mistake you should avoid is copying people's work. Now, it is bad practice to exactly copy people's work. It is called intellectual theft. You can draw inspiration from people's designs and then create your own unique one. It is called the art of modeling. So it is unprofessional for you to copy verbatim, element for element, color for color, another person's work. It is a theft of, it is an intellectual theft. So what you can do is to draw inspirations from 2 or 3 designs and then combine those inspirations to make a unique design of your own. This one is called the art of modeling, or modeling another person's design. This is professional and it is not criminal. All right. Number 14th mistake you should avoid: creativity over clarity. Avoid placing creativity over clarity in your design. The ultimate purpose of any design is to communicate a message in a clear manner. Any attempt to sacrifice clarity on the altar of creativity will defeat the purpose of such design. Know that in all that you do, the most important thing is to convey a message. Okay, you are creating that particular design or flyer to communicate a message. So in all that you do, make sure that that message is not tampered with. Don't, all in the name of creativity, choke out the message or suppress the message that your design is expected to communicate. And now to the last mistake to avoid: avoid complex designs. Okay, simple designs are more impactful than complex ones. As they say, less is more. It is easier to add to a design than to take away from it. So create designs that are simple but classic. So be minimalistic in your design. Create designs that are very simple yet classic yet sophisticated. Okay.